Alright, there we go. Sorry. God, I feel like an idiot. But, as I was saying, Scissors League, or Signature Excel League, whatever you want to call it. Week 5, the powerhouse is going off tonight. Two top of their division teams of Spartans versus Nebula. I'm expecting some good results out of these guys. Currently, Spartans are sitting 4-0 after taking down Redemption, who has been on a great run lately. Zave, who for some reason is historically better than they've ever been. They did beat Obey, or Wild Boys Main, whatever you want to call them, who this season so far have been a little bit off their game, but they ain't no slouches. They're a hard team to beat, and we've seen that over and over again. So after taking them down, this team was on a roll, and they wiped the floor with R18, who, as far as I know, is supposed to be a great up-and-coming team. So only a matter of time to see how that one plays out. Over on the side of Nebula, though, I got to go through the score submissions to find who had beaten them. But they were another team who has been going off pretty well. You know, currently I believe 3-1. They beat FVR 7-5. They beat Eva 7-1, which Eva is a kind of newer team, kind of, you know, still maybe D2 level. Not a team that we're going to expect a whole lot out of it at the reins right now. Moving up here, the week before that, it was a 7-0 versus Exodus, as Exodus got DQ'd. And where are they at for their other win? Oh, I found the loss. Double O Void 8-6ing them on, I believe that is, Border. And honestly, it was a pop-off game from Swing and DCAG, leading Void for the charge on that one. So two, you know, really great, just outstandingly well-playing teams. And we've seen a lot of, you know, mix-up, a lot of confusion throughout the weeks here of SXL, where good teams aren't always winning out. Right now, it's going to be a battle of which good team can beat the other one hardest. They're both solid players. They're both solid teams. Right now, we got Orbital, Squirtle, ITQC, and Knocked In for the Spartan side, with Vixel, Vector, Dre, Swing, Trail, and Matrix in for the Nebula side. We're still waiting for one last guy for the side of Spartans, and it looks like he's getting in. It is the Jevin. Now, the map tonight will be Grand Old Nighthaven Labs. Everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. A solid playing map that is, honestly, it starts defender-sided. But if you got a great attacking set, you can take some rounds and you can take them quick. Now, looking at these bands, Spartans are trying to pull off, it looks like, a lot of the more direct take sites of Skyscraper, Lair, Consulate, and Cafe. In Nebula, we're more or less getting rid of the team play maps of Border, Clubhouse, Chalet, and Bank. Why that's important is, sadly, at the end of the day, Nighthaven Labs will play into that exact same style that you expect out of the map like Chalet, the map like Clubhouse. Nighthaven Labs is a perfect representation of those. Now, I know I'm readied up. I see Spartans is readied up. Waiting on, I believe, Nebula to say they're ready. And let's see if I can find the polls for what the community thinks of this one. They have a 9-5 for a Spartans victory. We're going into Nighthaven Labs, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to it. Y'all are back here with me. Oop, didn't mean to hit that one. God, I don't know. There we go. Sorry about that. You're joining me in the ban phase. Kaid and Maverick have all been pulled. Next set coming up, I'm expecting to see maybe that Ram go off the board and probably the Bandit, As if you ban Kaid, Bandit's usually next to follow, and Thermite will go instead. What I'm kind of seeing with a lot of Thermites lately is everybody's fallen more to that Latim support playstyle with him. Of get the main wall open and just rush yourselves in. So with that being said, the way that those bans are lining up kind of falls into that stat line of they don't want to deal with a Maverick popping holes, and they don't want to have to deal with that Thermite ripping and running. The map ban lineup even proves that. As for getting rid of those you know, the Kaid and the Bandit,
Defenders,
that's
protect
just
your bombs
common
from
ground
being
on
abused by
this map.
attackers.
There we go. I was wondering why my controller wasn't working. There we go. How are we using Trell trying to lead out to help us tonight? With Matrix playing this Mira, do not be surprised if that Mira doesn't end up on the IT wall, popped and ready to headshot out, have some good holes made for his team. Because overall, it is a solid play from them. It is a nuisance to deal with.
10 seconds to go.
I'm just very, very interested in seeing how this Mira plays out. Goyo's still trying to set up main walls. No one is over there yet. And the Mira is
Bomb
she's going to be
located by
placing it
attackers.
for the
Attackers are
connector
heading out to defuse
side,
the bomb.
which is a bit of a hard one because you don't have the hard reach denial. You know, there's no Kaid, no Bandit to stop a play for Cornwall. And all that Mira does there now is give you, you know, you have your head holes to swing off of shore. You have your one-way angles. But once they start coming through main wall, you're forced to almost reinforce off and fall back from it.
Starting shock drone.
Ace is still on board as the shock drone is going in there, and there is nothing to cover up the IT wall at all. No mutes in play, no nothing. It's a free wall for him. And Ace wastes no time to start blowing for himself. Twitch needs to look. Ooh, her head might just barely be exposed. A wild swing from a quick thinking attack or defender will lead to a pick. That doesn't matter much as Squirtle is already ripping his way up through connector, trying to take a bunch of ground. Hard reach coming here from Orbital as he's opening up that connector wall. And these dudes are getting in there and getting active. Jevin trying to watch down below, make sure it's free and clear. Not seeing anybody, and there is no roam from this defense. Everybody's playing sight, which is usually the best play for this setup. And as I was just saying, there it is, guys. They're reinforced off. Now all they have to do is just set up their own hard breach ability. You have the Twitch to get rid of the mutes. You have a lot to play with. And while it's not able to be open, because of the mute jammer doesn't stop it. It's over just far enough. And who's that we have coming through IT? That is the Jevin trying to get in there, finding one pick onto Trell. He's pushing deep for sight. We got Knock now moving up onto him. Squirtle still connected. Orbital pushing the E-box side. And Jevin will be a noisemaker here very soon as he runs in on Dre. Nobody forgot about Dre. Knock finds Matrix. However, Vixel will slam Jevin down. It is Wagner finding the next pick for his team on the ITQC. Attackers are starting to get a little bit aggressive. Vixel goes up for the pistol swing. He is taken down. Now it is Wagner left at a 1v3 as Orbital finishes his kill. However, Orbital is extremely low. Going for a swing over the computer desk. And he is found with a good down there from the Warden. The fuser's planted. There are still all those V's up. And Knocked, I see the play there. They want him to use that as easy cover for him. And Wagner just has to go finish his kill. Double kill in the round for him. I mean, he's got to hit a 4K to start this one off for his team. And this is where things can kind of be intense. He is pinned on a softball here. Not enough HP to really swing around. Shotgun from a very long angle, and Knox will just shut him down as they find the first round in favor of this attacking team. Spartans attack looking absolutely clean as the Jevin spearheads it with that Twitch. Pushing deep for sight and finding some control. Next round up, we're going to see them pull the ego and go back up there. I mean, this is what I've noticed a lot of teams do, though. They have that ego on their side, and they say, well, we just lost it, but we can win the next. And then pull them back up to it, usually it does not work that way.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Once again, the Mirror on board. I'm expecting a single setup from her. However, I mean, maybe the team thinking is, hey, we can hold on to the IT wall. But last round just proved that really they struggled a little bit with it. I'd like to see some more setups though coming here. We have Vector going to be hopefully playing downstairs on a roam. That would be simply lovely if he did. Just something to get down there, be aggressive, make Squirtle have to work to take that full downstairs control like he did earlier on. I got a feeling Vector is going to be trying to maybe play the storage side, which would be great because it can deny below. If you have Trell setting up his mute jammers to try and cover IT wall, and there is still nothing on it. IT wall once again left uncovered. The mirror is set up in the same spot. We are seeing a exact copy and paste of that last round, except this time Vector is downstairs on a roam holding that pantry. Nebula have got to pull a great play here if they want to have a good shot for it. Squirtle, the live drones are on to Vector. Vector rotating away. Squirtle trading some damage down, but he eats a bunch of rounds. Moving in, we got Jevin entry frag coming in to help, but Squirtle takes his kill a little quick there. Good kill from the attack. First body instantly in their favor. They have been playing oh so aggressive, and Nox already coming up here to start ripping that IT wall, as they still don't have a mute on it. They have nothing defending the IT side, which leaves Victor in a bit of a vulnerable position because he knows that they're going to be coming from below him. And he is now forced to try and put himself in a little bit more dangerous position to hold. However, with him playing the Islami, he is always safe. That's one thing that you gotta love about her. She is a great operator for that. The mirrors are popped though for sight as Squirrel's now trying to hold himself an angle onto it. ITQC getting in there to Jevin and Noct getting ready to follow him through. And Noct finds a good pick there as ITQC goes for a deep swing for sight. Finding Dre. Sickle. Finding another pick there on the Matrix. Oh, the 3K hit. No, Trell shuts him down, but Jevin's there to pick up the slack. Spartans attacks look fierce, man. But, I mean, what we need to look at is just how quick we see Jevin once again just in there to take sight. Not a care in the world. This whole team is just swing heavy. And ITQC, I think this one, he led the charge a little bit more. He was the first push deep into sight, finding that good pick there on a Dre, and then the mirror running straight into that pre-fire, just feeding him a good kill. The defense this time, I mean, I'm wondering, because I did not look at the location, and we're dealing with the typical console glitch of the 30-minute load into the next round.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
It will be a basement hold. Finally, we see them try and switch it up a little bit. After 2 failed attempts up top, it is always a good idea. Reset the mental, go to a comfortable position like basement, and hold on for dear life. Hold on, guys. I'm going to go snooze the ads that are supposed to be coming up. What's weird is I have ads disabled, but yet they still force them to pop up. Okay, guys, ads are disabled. Big shout out to Model 1. Thank you, guys. Y'all are my heroes. Let me get head admin there, ping them in. See if they'll do it. Oh, never mind. Try got it. Thanks, Try. With a basement hold, we see a nice upstairs extension here between Dre, Vixel, Matrix is up there, but Trell the GOAT, he's going to be the one holding far off sight. And that chair bouncing will be what feeds them his position. Sure, you think it might just be your client side, it might be a little bit of a glitch, but no, it's bouncing for everyone. And immediately ITQC running in, he's got the Jevin right on his 6, Squirtle's there too. Pings right onto where Trell is at. It is going to be a heavy man swing in onto him as Trell is taken down. ITQC shooting the body and just magged up in the corpse. I mean, that's a bit rude and aggressive. Vertical now all controlled by the attackers above the first floor. They don't have that downstairs control yet. Matrix, though, on the sneak up, coming up CC, waterfall side stairs. He's going to be trying to get in there. Drake can hear him all above him. Same with Vixel. They know that there's some aggression coming up top. But we flip downstairs. Oh, that's just Noct. Going to be playing for his team on the drones. and Matrix linking up with Vector as ITQC the shield tries to address towards C4 burned and wasted. And honestly, you may have just given ITQC and his team some more verticality to use against you as he's trying to get away. Dre taken down by the pistol. ITQC looking great on that shield tonight. Vixel the last man upstairs. Vector and Matrix both now dropping off and holding some crisscross angles to one another at the bottom of that storage side. With the blitz run, he takes a bunch of damage from behind. With Jevin getting some rounds, and ITQC is just pushing deep. Orbital is in sight though, taking control. Finds some shots. Vector will take Jevin down. There goes Matrix, and Vector is slammed by ITQC. It's up to a 3K. However, we get to Vixel, who pulls a sweet 2K, getting rid of that shield, getting rid of Squirtle, and now he's in a 1v2 situation against Orbital and Knocked, and Plant will go down. Vixel not finding the angle, taken out by Knocked as Spartans pull up to their third round. I mean, Spartans are just looking absolutely on fire right now. Just winning out so many of these rounds. I mean, they pull any higher, and we might see a little bit of a difference here. Because, I mean, Nighthaven does lean defender-sided. However, the way that this team is attacking, it's a little bit hard to beat. Last set of bans coming up, and I mean, who are they going to get rid of? You know, really who? That you can't get rid of anybody. And that will be the Ram off the board, but the Mirror gets pulled as well. That Ram is a decent ban off for them. However, I don't want to say it's probably the most productive, as, I mean, they haven't really relied on Ram all that much. Even that last round with the vertical, I think we seen Ram down in sight before the vertical was even really pulled. She's just not playing into that gadget, and I don't blame her. They're winning this map off of gunfights alone. But looking at the map bans, I believe we've seen Spartans. Actually, they were the ones who pulled away from these gunfight heavy maps. Once again, a basement side defense, and well, I think we're all expecting a little bit more of a passive defense. With there being 4 C4s in hand, I'm expecting those Valkyries to be upstairs. It's going to be a ground game. Everybody C4 in hands, rip them up, throw them up through. Or they're going to go extend the first floor once again and play the C4s up into the top floor, which is another good shout for this team. Depending how they want to hold it though, there's 1,000 possibilities. And I'll be honest, I don't know the scrapbook. I'm not in there with them. I couldn't tell you what they plan to do. Either way, we see the Mossy Pest going absolutely everywhere, as this Nebula team is trying to hunt down some utility for themselves. They want all the intel so they can get as much of an advantage as they can. Vector, it's a really smart Valkyrie cam there. Never noticed that one before. I like it. And there is no hard room this time, as everybody will be bunkering in. I mean, honestly, after the last couple of attacks from this Spartans team, I don't blame them all that much. They're already starting to work the vert yet again. They're used to people playing upstairs though, and with there not being anybody there, it's gonna actually slow down the attack just a touch, because they're gonna clear like it is. This is where droning heavy is very important, especially in these early rounds. But I think Squirtle's just gonna face check the world because he can, taking some cameras down. They don't have an IQ on board though, and she would be a major player for this map, or at least this defensive setup. Dre getting really aggressive here for the top vending stairs. Wants to swing. You know he's planning it. You can feel it. He wants to take that ego swing onto him. However, there are like 7 drones all jumping around. Luckily, though, one of those is a Mozzie. Deimos now prepping a swing, coming straight through. And we see Dre try and put some rounds downfield to hurt him. But a pre-fire, not the best thing whenever you have that slug shoddy. As well, I mean, you can pre-fire it, but are you going to find anybody with it? ITTC walking down vending already. We got the Jevin playing up above him. C4 still in hand for the defenders. We see the first one go out though, not landing anybody. Vector takes a ton of damage from Orbital, taken down from up above on the vert. And oh, Orbital just missing another one. C4s are ripped down below. And you can see he's a little bit not scared to move, but definitely not in the feeling for it, as Matrix will find him down below. A good pick now for this defending side, getting rid of the Buck, who has started to rip open the floors above you. He is a great trade-off when you don't have a Ram available. And the Devin saying, hey, they gotta be low on C4s now, right? Gonna go and start playing that vertical for himself. And a swing here from Trell will land a bunch of damage down onto him. Not a whole lot coming up. Vixel taken by Squirtle, playing some of that verticality. And there is still just one man left inside of the Exos, or I believe that's Exosuit room. Kevin found one as he runs down there, fragging ITQC. However, not getting in there, getting aggressive with the ace, finding a pick. We have Squirtle battling Matrix upstairs. Now we're down to a 1v1 as Noct is taken out. Squirtle now has to take Trell in a, I mean, it's a solid 1v1. Two frag heavy operators are going to be flashing it out here. As this attacker, Squirtle really has no utility left in pocket. Trell does not have anything besides a gun and some dreams, and he holds the angle as Trell will take him down, giving Nebula their first round of the night. I mean, that was cheeky, man. Holding up close to the rotate. Just Squirtle having to sprint in to make a play. Not a lot of time. He has no utility in pocket, no utility in hand to make anything out of the situation. And he is taken down. Alright, let me check this. Sorry, Resolver. Cannot cast your game. I'm already in one. Sorry, man.
Attackers need to locate and
watching.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
But this time, a bit of an oddity defense coming into the first floor kitchen side setup. I'm interested to see what they do, as this is not a common pick for the community right now. We've actually seen more and more teams relying back into that control room rather than playing out here into the kitchen side. But it is going to be a whole first floor extension, setting up the captains where they need them to go. And the vertical extension upstairs from Dre, as I hope they intend to hold up in that PC side very strong. Connector is locked down and held. I have a feeling we're going to see a good vertical extension off of it. That's something that we've seen this Spartans team taking a lot of advantage of throughout this game, was that vertical plays. And they're actually being over aggressive with this one as they extend out and to try and hold the main lobby walkthrough. Head holes going up everywhere. Nebula off that round win. Seems like they want to get super aggressive into this next one. Squirtle opening up that single window towards the games room. And Trell was right there to start laying some shots out. Falling off though, they don't have anybody really playing hard for the window anymore. But Trell's just gonna keep going for some swings. He's backed up to the lobby or the lounge or games, whatever you want to call it. That is the typical call out of games for the people I know. And the vertical is coming. They have nobody up playing it. They reinforced off. They even left hatch open for it. Yet without a soul up there, things could get ugly really, really fast for Nebula. You open a hatch up to let them have it. We see Spartans now spreading out, taking control. Twitch gonna be trying to make some plays down here towards the lobby side. However, Matrix is right down there to help and defend. They do have a setup of a Fenrir, however, or no, it's just a Wamai, not a Fenrir, sorry. A Wamai on that main wall, but, or main door, but Noct, I believe live ping's coming in as he will find Dre. Now they're up by a body with hatch control up above in the CC side. Orbital not able to make the rotate. They just shot it, not enough though. And Vector is holding the swing, taken down. He was trying to play the aggressive angle on it. Instead it will cost him. Jevin finding Matrix. We see Trell finding Orbital as he drops hatch. Going for the pistol finish. It is still a 2v4 though. Everything in favor for these attackers as they are collapsing towards sight. Long angle from the Jevin. Trello finding him. Trell taken down off the vert by Squirtle. Now it's a 1v3 for Vixel. He does have a good gun for it. That MP5 is something scary. Live pings in hallway from his team. They are collapsing down towards sight. All the Grim Bees still. Squirtle taking the time to drone it out for his boys. Not going to be swinging aggressive. This is that Latham support that we talked about where walls open and now he just does his thing as he hits a headshot onto Vixel. What in the random distance, Marvelli? This is Signature Excel League, a console league D1, the best of the best teams coming here to play off. With, I believe, a like 800 or like massive prize pool on play. So, I mean, it's a lot to play for, and it's all gonna boil down quick because we're already into week 5, and again, we got some hot teams coming into it. I believe this might be one of the last matchups too of this week. Take a sip of water.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
You gotta make sure you get hydrated between these rounds, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta. Once again, they're setting up for that downstairs goal. If we see a 5-1 split in favor of the attack, I mean, that's never the way Nighthaven should play out. This is always a 4-2 for the defense style map. And right now, that's already off the table as they are down by 4-1. I think Spartans are looking to punch the ticket and punch it early here. I like to see how everybody sets up their Fenrirs, because every team is different. There are some teams that like to hide them, and some teams that kind of set them up into what I would consider like a power position. Trell going to use a powerful hiding spot, though, as it's something where you have to be fully swung in before it takes effect. Dre stacking those one mind discs on each other is, I mean, it's a real 50-50 play. You stack them up, they either do amazing because they throw only flashbangs, or the first grenade in ruins it. However, double shield here as Jevin jumps in with the Blackbeard. We got the Blitz now running in, trying to flash out. Vixel taken down. Jevin finding one. Matrix not knowing there's people on him. Vector taking a ton of damage. Trell out holding far. And Vector is slammed down as Jevin gets in there and gets aggressive. Up to a 3K on this round. Trell flashed, and he's going to be fighting ITQC, who's just going to finish him. 5-1 for a flawless, quick execute attack. And Spartans are taking charge of this game. They're setting the paces they want in that round. They ended it in under, I think, under 20 seconds, under 30 seconds. It was honestly probably closer to that 10-second mark. Like 10 to 20 seconds, I'd say. 30 would be, you know, pushing it for the amount of time that one took. But overall, a super fast round, something you don't see very often. Actually, real. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Something you don't see almost ever is these guys are just going nuts and making plays through here. Band phase coming through as we see the Mira and a zombie, the Ace, and the Maverick pulled. Now, I mean, that Maverick, he's a great horde breacher. Everybody's been banning him lately, especially after the rework to Bandits and Kaids, where they don't damage you through walls. He's become, honestly, a primary breacher. Ace, him and Thermite can be interchanged as primary breaches. But I personally prefer a Thermite as a player, as the gun, like going in there and gunning, because as soon as that main wall rips open, it rips a big wall open. It's fast. You can get in there. I mean, Ace, they say, is the fastest hard breacher. He does have the better gun. He is the more aggressive playstyle one. So it's a completely understandable ban. The Miras and the zombies, I mean, do we even need to explain of why ITQC and his boys over here on Spartans would ban that out? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's just fully self-explanatory. I mean, you know, Mira, she's great. She can hold down pretty much the entire map by herself. The zombie, she plugs every little gap in a defense that you can think of. Live drones are in here already. Vixel, I see them plotting a call right now. I got a feeling that we're going to see a main IT side push. As Vixel's got his drone set up for it. We got Vector covering the flanks for it. Dre covering drop down flanks for it. And Matrix covering that cargo side. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, I'm not going to read the push because I don't want to cast just curse it. But I got a feeling it's going to be a hard rush up here for those rafters in the cargo side. IT wall will only have moments of life before it is slammed and shut. However, Kaid is still on board, going out and putting shots towards Terrell, not able to take him down. But still, that is a ultra ballsy play from the Jevin as he tries it one more time. I know he's sitting there saying, please, I dare you to come and swing it. Squirtle playing the Belotech shotgun in Belo's normal position, standing just far enough away that Aruni does not kick, and it's a good play by him. EMP's coming out there, ITQC forced out of position. Kaid C4 going out, not finding anybody in the IT side, and that's IT wall ripped wide open. Vector taking control of Control Holloway, and he is now getting in there.
Drone's ready.
As we stated, this will be a good quick execute from this team, and they're already starting up, pushing for that IT side of the map. In that control side, we got a rush coming up the waterfall side. Blackbeard doing the Lord's work right now, taking down Orbital. Knock is found though, as they start to push up. ITQC slamming with that DMR though, getting a great pick. Now gets the Blackbeard, able to find him in the shoulder. Squirtle on the flank, being the one to actually take him down and get the kill. The Jevin goes for these aggressive swings out, lands a slug into the back of Vixel as he runs away. Dre coming in here, takes control of that IT, gets a knock onto the Jevin. Trell is still up, but he is Fenrir'd out right now. EMP's from him to try and shut the Fenrir's off. It's a smart push by those guys. Squirtle holding far, ITC, sorry, holding far back with that DMR as they fall off now. Fall back to just try and hold sight. And you can see, Squirtle, do I want to bait in for this play here? Telling ITC, hey, I'm going to run at it and go for it. Runs up with a shotgun, misses his Trell, pulls a double kill to end that round in favor once again for the attacking side. I knew what Squirtle's play was. It was honestly not a bad one in theory, but it is part of those ego plays that you see teams pull when they get like a 5-1 or a 5-2. Excuse me. That command center server side once again coming up here. I mean, are we gonna see a exact historic repeat of the defense in Nebula? There's some good possibility of that as they keep playing into one another the way as well that we've been watching them.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Quite frankly, I'm here for it. Let this game go. Let it go as long as it can. These are two pretty solid teams facing off. Doing amazing plays. And some good old AFK. Come on, Squirt. Get in the game, bro. Drones out from the attackers. Let's see what they're setting up. Dre seems to be just going aggressive in there. Trell's setting up. It looks like they are once again droning out and setting for a maybe Raptor style IT style push. Yeah. Listen, if it works once really well, it's not broke. Don't fix it. Nox still setting up. They're setting up for that waterfall the exact way that they've been this whole game. And only time will tell. Will Matrix be able to get in there with that Blackbeard once again, cause enough havoc that his team can pull another round? And him and Drake still struggling to find picks. You can put Vixel and Vector maybe down into that same category. They're doing solid team play. They just need a couple more frags on their team. Vector going to be playing for basement first almost immediately. Let's see, will we see a jump out now again from the Jevin? He has it set up. Opens up a pixel hole for himself. And no, he's not going to swing that, right? Ooh, maybe. We see Trell play for a naughty angle on him. Just trying to speed peek him, not able to take the Jevin on, and they get rid of each other. ITQC, he is not going to allow them to take this IT wall once again. He said the IT in my name stands for IT wall, and it's mine. It's, you know, you're never touching it. One out from Trell as they bait the first of many two brows in his pocket. And there's the Jevin finding Vector on a great opening frag. Vixel coming up with the AR in hand, hoping to start clearing out. The Jevin coming in for another swing, misses him. And they need the shield to stand in his way. No, we don't, as Vixel just slams a 30 headshot into the Jevin's face. That's a good pick. C4 up, hits the Blackbeard, but doesn't take him down. Grim B is coming out, and we got Dre now. Hopefully going to be making some rotates around to get rid of these guys down below. There are basement or first floor players. That's Orbital down there, and he is going to be a nightmare to flush out.
Drone spinning up.
And it seems like that will be Trell's job here. Live ping's coming. And Blackbeard just goes in, says, screw pushing towards sight, I'm dropping down on this man. Takes Orbital out, and they're making the plays forward now. Trell helping to clear him. And they are once again pulling some Kaids off wall. But they have got to deal with ICQC, who's still just sitting up there. DMR in hand. Putting another one on the wall. He is still hidden. They have no idea where he's at. Nox playing shotgun close. He's got the Blackbeard in his face. They're trying to push each other. Squirtle in a position to help, but he is live pinged by the bees. Vixel has an angle. Matrix gets in, finds one. Good pick there on the Nox. ITQC shutting him down because they didn't know he was there. Trell is found by Squirtle. 2v1 as Squirt has a shotgun in a power position for it. Trell eating some damage, and they need to get in there as Vixel pulls his own little shotgun out. But Squirtle, being a primary shotgun, he's got more range with it. Vixel going in there, and Trell swings at the same time, taking him down. Nebula's attacks looking absolutely fire. They are doing some very well coordinated team play. And what a way to bait that Legion into playing how you want him to. I mean, that was about as textbook and clean as a attack round can be. You know, not everything works out as 100% the way it will on paper. That is what it is. But it's still very clean. Excuse me. See if I can go get some powder coating done tonight, because I still have to go do that.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Alrighty, Spartans, put this one away. It is 5-3. Are you going to let them make a comeback after you put 5 hard-fought rounds in on your attacks? Or are these guys, both these teams, just so attacker-sided that the defenses really don't matter as much? This is what it's all going to be to play for. Whose defense can hold up the strongest? Because as we've seen, Nebula proving they're a very, very strong and competent attack team on those last two. I mean, you got to give Spartans their credit on attack. They took a 5-1 split. It's going to be a battle out now. We do see a full operator shift for the attacking team. Man, I miss the old pick 6 days where you had to play Swiss Army knife operators. Only one person could swap before the round started. Ying on board. Vector going to be lighting it up as Glaz. We got Dre main hard breach. We got Trell coming in here with a Capital smokes and fire at the ready. Matrix once again the shield player for this team, pulling up the Monty. I'm hoping that we see that blitz ban though. The way that these guys have been playing these shields, it would not hurt. And they're just spraying down this wall because they know there is a guy close. He wants to get that reinforced that is knocked over there. He's probably making the calls, I'd say, right about now of, hey, they are pushing me hard down. I think he's really not in a great position to try and defend up top, as they are still running him out. There's no players that are really aggressing him yet, except for Vixel, who is filling that thing up. All of his utility going out. It's a fast, hard rush from this attacking team. Monty going in. He doesn't have the fuser. Dre does. Dre falling in line right behind that Monty. Going to be starting to try and plant default. Terrell sending his smokes out, able to take ITQ's head clean off. Vixel finding Jevin. Now it's going to be a battle for the breach here as they get that diffuser down. And honestly, I might say this one might be a 40-second wash as they are all in good defensive positions for this attacking side. And they're forcing these attackers to play odd and play weird. And a sprint out from Orbital being found by Vector with the DMR playing really, really close. There's Vixel finding one on the knock. Now it's just Squirtle left in a 1v5. He is going to be just camping now back in the Animus side of the map. They should use this little bit of time as they tack time out for themselves. Finding Vixel as Vixel hot drops himself down the hatch. Things are getting pretty interesting. I think these attacks are just too good. That's what it's all coming down to. The attacks are just way too freaking good. 3 of them crawling in a row. Will we see Spartans lock themselves in after these bans? I got a feeling we're gonna watch that the Blackbeard, not the Monty, the Blackbeard get pulled off board here. No, instead it's Thermite and Kaid. All hard breachers gone now except Hibana. And honestly, guys, Hibana, the way that she's played now, She is still a great heart breacher because of the ability. What, 8 pellets can get a whole wall if you play her right, if you can hit the Hibanatrix. And with them having Bandit still on board, though, the Hibanatrix is going to be rather challenging. Spartans now trying to grasp on and find something. It's all going to be a matter of, can they do it? 30-minute load times.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
And we are in once
by
again
attackers.
for the basement. Will we see a full attacker swap already? We see Matrix pulling off the Blackbeard and going to the Blitz. I got a feeling we're going to see a hard shield rush once again. However, after being rushed once, I have a feeling these guys are going to slow their playstyle down. Less aggressive on that roam up there. They just gave up way too much purchase way too fast. And it was a great job from, I believe, Vixel, who was the Yang, to stop any sort of vertical play from denying that plant. And, I mean, it worked absolutely perfect for their team. There's not a whole lot of auto-swapping going on. They do still have a Ram on board, though, and she's coming out.
Up and running.
And there's the Grim as well. A little bit of a different execute setup. I mean, twice now, we've seen hot rounds, you know? Ones where the team, as soon as they take in, they direct take to site and play it fast. This one, though, looks like it's going to be a bit more of a slow vertical clear as they got to deal with the Jevin and Orbital, who are both off sites. The Jevin, though, is just an extension of that vending side with that clash. And Valkyrie holding the 6. They're putting a lot more into the close side roam. No more second floor guys. And they're not doing a hard avert hold either. Do we see a mute trick being attempted? I believe it is. Mute is good for a number of reasons. Being able to trick walls really is not one of them, I'm sorry to say it. But it is still something we see a lot of teams doing, especially in higher levels of play. Matrix taking in, he sees they have a vertical setup, but there's no one there to even play it. But it will buy his team some time. C4 ripped as Squirtle can hear that Blitz walking up above him. C4 out, finding him through the floor with it. And a good first pick as the Blitz stalled out, not wanting to push, waiting for his team to show up with him. And he has taken off board. Here comes the Rams. We got some live Rams coming in here. The Twitch trying to do her thing. And that is the Animus hatch opened up by Dre. As we see these attackers now playing full verticality through Games Room. However, I believe they just gave Squirtle a clean angle to see their heads first as they try to walk through into games. And he will use that to take down Trell. Vixel swung down, or Squirtle, sorry, not finding Vixel. Good shots coming from him. Vector now with Dre in a 2v5 situation. They've got to try and probe into this defense. And this defense is looking sturdy down here towards site. Vector spraying Squirtle through the wall, which gives Mute like, hey, go ahead, swing. Good old Knock coming up here. Clash playing up, getting aggressive as Knock will find him down. Dre goes, hey guys, the Clash move. And comes up in there. Yeah, the Clash moved, and there's a good reason for it. Orbital now setting up his own, swinging a long angle from Squirtle, giving a flawless defense there to Spartans. These guys are just playing absolutely nuts. And we see a tack timeout coming from Nebula as we move up to match point for Spartans. I think that is a momentum breaker, if you ask me. That seems to be all that they're trying to tie it into is just, hey, let's slow them down. They're getting aggressive on their pushes. We cannot allow that. We cannot have that. Looking at these scoreboards, they are telling quite the story as Squirtle and DeJevin are both 10 kills in. DeJevin with 7 deaths, Squirtle with 4. Knock, though, not to count him any lower. He's at 9 and 4. ITQC 8 and 7. Then Orbital playing a little bit more of a supporting role as we've been seeing, down to 3 and 6 with 5 assists, though. On the opposite side of the board, there's the Nebula team of Trell 10 and 6, Vixel 6 and 8, Vector 5 and 9, Matrix 4 and 9, and Dre 2 and 8. Dre has got to be a player on this team. Lock it in a little bit more, and your team can have a clearer shot to victory. That's not saying he's playing bad. It's just saying that they are playing him maybe in a way that he needs to have a better gun in his hand. Give him some cleaner gunfights, because right now we got Spartans on the verge of victory, cleaning out the night. Tack timeout's over, so we're getting back into this match. Going upstairs to the command center server side. This attacking team looks like they have the Monty on board. Gonna definitely be a Raptor-sided push. However, that bandit from ITQC, I mean, you love to see it. Hoping for some good bandit tricks. And Orbital gonna be playing that roam game a little bit with Pulse, or at least that's what we're going to assume for now. Take a sip of water while we load. Glass is empty.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
I just know. I know the load time. 45 minutes and then you're in a match, right, guys? Looking at Orbital, seems like he might be trying to hide off site. As he rushes himself down to basement, there are no drones around who have even caught him, though. And he will get away scot-free with that one. See, this Pulse, he's going to become a key factor in denying these takes. Because both teams, as watching, they have tried to send somebody down in the reloading just to make some sort of movement plays. And the Clash on to Jevin, too, should help out with some good defenses. They don't have any head full subs for the connector side. However, they do have the wall, I believe. And they should, oh, no, they're not even going to play it. They're going to reinforce on. They don't want anything to do with connector. As it's not going to be a full-on extension, but rather they're just going to play it passively. They do have it reinforced out there, as they don't have anything really set up to hold. They aren't going to try and bandit trick out. They don't have the castle on the team right now. And that wall will come open. The Jevin going to be playing the Clash Shield to get in there and aggressive. A swing from Dre could mean death, though, at least for Dre. Missing the Gone 6, the Clash Shield is still up. Oh, man. If that would have hit, the Jevin would have been in a world of hurt. Here comes the Nomad getting in there behind. And Clash could lose her life or her shield here. A swing from Nomad. Oh, as we see Squirtle getting absolutely bullied around by both air jabs there. And Vixel's able to get a clean shot off, finding Jevin. Orbital finds Vector. Vector trading himself, though. And now it is a 2v4 for Noct and ITQC. Here comes the connector side push. And Noct will get his shield up just in time to stop any bullets from flying at him. ITQC is droned out, live drones on him. Fenrir's in position, and here comes the Monty rushing in, eating a ton of damage. Dre right behind him taking shots. ITQC finds Trell. Noct gets one. ITQC gets one. Now it is just a 2v1 against Vixel. Vixel stuck in E-Box. And ITQC shutting him down. We see Spartans continue on a reign of terror. I believe they are, what now, completely undefeated through 5 weeks? Alright, I gotta go double check my math real quick, check my history. But I'm pretty sure that is Spartans moving on 5-0. One of the last remaining undefeated teams. 907 still on that board. But these dudes are putting up absolute numbers right now. But hey guys, I'm hating to do this one. I'd love to stay in chat. What's up, Siege Double Shy? How you doing? I don't know if that's glitter or run, but I love seeing y'all here. Thanks for coming out to support me, everybody who's watching. But I got some things I gotta go do and take care of, so I'm going to be calling this one for the night. I will see y'all later. Probably tomorrow I should be having either a GNL stream, or it's going to be maybe OCS, the finals for the Arena League. One of the two. Either way, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Later.